units. And units are fundamentally important for anyone who wants to be an instrument technician. And the reason is we measure things. And as we measure, we don't just have numbers, we also have units of what's being measured. So units tell a story, what is being measured, and it could be all kinds of units, feet, meters, meters per second, pounds per square inch. There's all these different units for all these different measurements. And when you hear the units, you get a story of what is going on. So without the units, you just have a number. And a number is just a number. It just doesn't tell us anything except that a value could be. So we're going to treat all of our units just like numbers. In other words, the fundamental rules of algebra apply. That means we can multiply units. I take inches times inches, I get square inches. I can take roots, I can divide by units. All the rules of algebra apply. And then finally, I've got a trick I want to show everybody. We can always multiply or divide by 1. And that's kind of a fundamental tool that we're going to use over and over again to manipulate units. This is called dimensional analysis. So let's take an example. So let's say I have something that's 48 inches long. Now, everybody knows 48 inches is 4 feet. But let's do it really thoroughly. So let's say 48 inches, and I want to convert that to feet. So what do you know? We know that 12 inches is equal to 1 foot, right? Okay, so far so good. But what happens if I take this? Now I want feet. That means I know I want feet in the numerator. So if I divide this by 12 inches and I divide this by 12 inches, what happens? Well, let's just do that. 12 inches divided by 12 inches equals 1 foot, 5 by 12 inches, and there it is. So 12 over 12, that's 1. Anything over itself is equal to 1, to unity. Inches over inches, that's equal to 1 too. So what do I have? I have 1 equals 1 foot divided by 12 inches. So I have this tool. I can always multiply or divide by 1. That's what I said. That means I can always multiply or divide by 1 foot over 12 inches whenever I want. So let's do that. So now I've got 48 inches times 1 foot over 12 inches. And what happens? Now let's just separate the numbers from the units. That's a good practice. So now I end up with 48 over 12. And I've got inches, feet, over inches. We know this is 4. So now we've got 4. 48 divided by 12 is 4. Feet, well, there's nothing to cancel the feet. But I've got inches over inches, that forms 1. So I end up with 4 feet. Okay, pretty straightforward stuff, but it makes a really important point. So now let's try something a little harder. All right, so let's do another example, and let's do a little bit harder example. And like we said, units tell us what's being measured. So let's say this is a flow example, and we're going to pretend that we have a square pipe that's 2 square inches of area, and we're going to have water flowing out of this pipe, and the velocity of the water coming out here is going to be 4 feet per second. So just imagine this little pipe with water coming out of it at 4 feet per second, not like that. And we want to know how many gallons per minute is that? Well, that's a lot harder than what we just did. So how many gallons per minute? Question mark. So I need some forms of 1 to multiply or divide by to get me from here to gallons per minute. So what is this? Gallons per minute, that's a unit of volume per unit of time. what do we have here? Square inches times feet per second. Well, square inches times, so this is a length squared, and this is a length. So length squared times the length is volume, cubic. So now I have a unit of volume divided by time. So yes, in fact, it is possible to go from here to here because volume per time, and this is a volume per time as well. So I'm just going to jump in here. Let's just write this. We've got 2 inches squared times 4 feet per second. And now what I need to know is, and I looked it up in my book, got it right here. We've got these little books for our course. And I'm not sure what page it's on. If you look in there, it looks like it's on page 14. You're going to find out that 1 gallon occupies 231 cubic inches. We know we want gallons in the numerator, so let's just multiply. We can make this into a form of 1 really easily. 1 gallon divided by 231 inches cubed. And isn't it true if I take this and divide by 231 cubic inches, take this side and divide by 231 cubic inches, this side will become 1. Means I can multiply by that or divide by it whenever I want. So I can just put it in there. So I do. Now I've got seconds that I've got to get to minutes. Well, how many seconds are in 1 minute? I think everyone knows this. 60 seconds per minute. So let's work this out. Let's put all the numbers together. And oh, I'm missing one thing. I've got to get rid of the feet, don't I? So we've got inches squared times feet. That's not a nice unit of volume. We want, because we have this cubic inches in the denominator here, we really want this 4 feet to be in inches so that this will go all the way together. So let's go ahead and do that. We've got 12 inches per foot. Another form of 1. So there's a form of 1, there's a form of 1, there's another form of 1. So now I can take all the numbers and just put them together. I got 2 times 4 times 60 times 12, all divided by 231. And that part is the easy part. Now let's look at what happens with the units. I've got inches squared, feet, gallons, second, and inches in the numerator. And I've got seconds, inches cubed, minutes, and feet in the denominator. So now I have to simplify this. So let's just get rid of what we can get rid of, and then we'll multiply what we can. Okay, so feet, there's a feet, here's one up there. So inches squared, and I got inches cubed. Well, not quite. Let's deal with that guy in a second. We've got seconds in the numerator and seconds in the denominator. So let's rewrite this. And I've got inches times inches, that becomes inches cubed. So I can really write this as inches cubed, gallons. So I combine those two and the gallons is left. So that's what's left after I crossed out this other stuff. I still didn't do anything with this yet, so here it comes. And we've got minutes. And you can see what's going to happen next. The inches cubed is going to go away with the inches cubed. And I'm going to be left with gallons per minute. And so the answer becomes 24.9 gallons per minute. And that's it.